Okay. Boys! Let's go, bro. A long anticipated episode 2 of podcast. Hello, hello, hello. I'm your host, Clodeie. Uh Tyler is not with me, or Psychedelics is not with me today. So I just wanted to test things out differently and more maybe efficient. I don't know. This is more efficient because like the audio is much better and more simplistic than rather than having 40 chicken nuggets and a ton of beers and a table. So it's not really Claude ones right now, but it's still Claude ones. We don't have the chicken nuggets or the beer.
Yeah, no chicken nuggets, but I'm drinking for the both of us, so it's just kind of
yeah. Because like you guys probably know, I hate alcohol. Alcohol is like the number one enemy for me. I do it for the shots. Like every time I take a shot, that's like someone fucking putting knife in my fucking mouth or something. It hurts my throat so much. But anywho, I'm with SevenIsGarbage. Oh, this is Seven or Keenan. Hello, what's up, guys? Thank you. Good friend of mine. We wanted to do this podcast. I actually wanted to do this podcast so deeply, and actually, dude, how you doing?
Not so bad.
Not
Just been chilling, drinking,
bro.
made some dinner.
Yeah, man, dude, that is amazing, dude. I mean, it's quietly amazing because like you get the gist of it of like how cloud ones work. Like it's like a mock version of the cold ones and hot ones. So, actually, I was about to talk about the first very first pilot episode.
Yeah.
Tyler forgot a lot of things. Okay, first of all, he forgot to bring the hot sauce. The second, forgot to bring his microphone, which is quite scuffed. So that made it a very scuffed podcast. Now this is
forget two fucking vital things.
Now it's like it's a second time. It's a second time. Hopefully less mistakes than ever. Right now, I'm like earlier before we started this podcast is we were having audio problems, especially my microphone. It's quite shit. Now we by your expertise, I appreciate you so much, dude. I do appreciate it so much. Holy
It's
shit.
like I know how audio works very well.
Yeah, dude. I've heard it before. I have heard tons that
I mean, the only reason I know how audio works well is just because I'm super picky about it. So like my pickiness leads to perfection and like making it sound really good. So.
Oh. Well, yeah, I'm quite picky too, but dude, I'm like that like thing in your head, like I want it to be like crystal clear.
He's having a fucking stroke.
Bro, I was having a stroke for a second. But like for me, it's like the microphone. Like ever since I started streaming, like the microphone for me, I was like, I had my very first microphone. It's a BM800. It's a really bad microphone. But I upgraded it to a HyperX Solocast. I thought it was good. It was godly. And then I was like, bro, other people's microphone are like swexy and shit. But right now, I upgraded mine a few months ago. Almost a year now. It's a Rode Pod mic. It's probably best. Not the best, but like it's good. Good enough. Good enough.
I mean, I got this. I mean, the current microphone I've had for a year and a half, 2 years now. I mean, like it's just a fucking Clodeie, but like it still works well. It does its job. Like it's not terrible audio quality. It's actually pretty good. So I don't mind it.
Oh, okay. Like audio. Okay.
Like I feel like the only issue I have with it, like is like visual wise, its physical aspect, because it just does look like a very chunky big mic, but it is
it does
like
it does
yeah, from like an audio standpoint, very good. From a visual standpoint, looks like shit.
Yeah, it looks like a giant.
Yeah. It just looks big and bulky and not the best. But I mean, eventually I want to do I do want to upgrade to a better microphone, but beside that's besides the point. Either way, very good audio quality in my opinion. Otherwise visually doesn't look terrible, but at the same time it's
yeah. Everybody uses the SM7B. Like every fucking streamer, every podcast, even like Logan Paul and then other people. But some people use a lavalier microphone for some reason. It's quite nice
Yeah.
too. But enough with the audio. Let's talk
Up
about the
with the
topic.
audio.
Let's talk about the topic today. It's called relationship.
All right.
Relationship, bro.
Relationships. All
Okay,
right, hit me.
when you hear the word relationship, what comes in your mind, bro? What's the first thing that like relationship, like boom? What's that thing for you?
To me, at
Because
least,
because
it
I get
just
because again, I think
Mhm.
you're like more like a veteran in this fucking aspect than me. I'm a pussy
Just
boy.
because I've been in so many fucking
Yeah, dude.
relationships.
I've never been in a many relationship. I've been probably a couple dates
Yeah.
and well one recently.
Mhm.
but
Well, I
yeah,
mean, the first thing that pops into my mind is just because relationships mean like it's much more of a significant meaning to me than I feel like it is to most people because I feel like a lot of people nowadays a relationship to them is something kind of foreign because a lot of people like to sleep around. A lot of people like to have their one night stands and just kind of fuck around and just like they don't really. There's a lot of I feel like with this generation there's a lot of
yeah.
commitment issues. So
Mm-hmm.
when I think of relationship, I think of commitment. I think of, um, just being in charge of who you are and who you're with and committing to a person. And, in this generation, I feel like,
Mm-hmm.
saying that committing to a person just sounds so religious, but but that's just because it's from a religious standpoint. And religion you when you get into a relationship, you commit to that person until marriage, and then
Yeah,
marriage is when you
yeah,
fuck around.
yeah.
But from my standpoint, that's not religious at all. That is loyalty. That is,
That is loyalty.
wanting
Like commitment,
it's just loyalty.
loyalty and commitment
Because
to everything else. Yeah, I
yeah,
do get
because
it.
me myself, yeah, no, because me myself, I'm not a religious person, but for me,
Yeah.
loyalty is very important. So when the word relationship is brought up to me, the first thing that comes to my head is just committing to somebody who you truly want to give your valuable time to. Because we're all here for a limited amount of time, and when you are willing to give your allotted amount of time
Mm-hmm.
to somebody who could last or couldn't last,
Mm-hmm.
that is being loyal. That is giving into risk. That is giving your trust.
Wow, that's deep,
And
bro.
that's a relationship. It is being willing to give your trust and take a risk into somebody who you believe might, you know, be a benefit to you. And even if they're not like a benefit, just an important piece of your life for, the foreseeable future. It's just giving that trust and taking that risk for the foreseeable future, or however long that lasts.
Oh wow, dude, that is the same way I wanted to answer that. Like
Yeah.
for me, relationship for me, it's like it's when I first hear the first thing that comes in my mind is like the commitment, the commitment
Yeah.
of two people. But nowadays, like it's the 21st century, dude. Everybody's just fucking
Everybody
anyone.
wants to fucking sleep around. Everybody wants to
Sleep
fucking
around, bro.
nobody wants to commit because I feel like it's becoming less and less seen because it's the same thing with like
Trust
how
issues, like
how marriage
yeah.
years and years and years and years ago was seen as
Mm-hmm.
very
Yeah.
very very almost like a duty, like it was your duty to marry somebody, and now or now marriage nowadays it seems archaic to kind of most people. Like why would you
Holy
want
shit!
to like
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh my
yeah,
god.
exactly. Like to most people nowadays, it seems archaic. Like, why would you want to chain yourself to somebody? But to me, from my standpoint,
Mm-hmm.
it's not chaining myself to somebody. It is giving my trust and loyalty to somebody completely because from my standpoint, love them and trust them enough that I would give away any physical or like emotional possessions I have to this person because they matter more than what is around me.
Oh fuck. Damn.
It's it's that emotional connection.
Mm-hmm.
And like a lot of people nowadays, they see that as very archaic when it's not an archaic, it's not mainly it's not a religious thing. It's just it's having enough trust and it's having enough emotional connection to a person where you are trusting enough and you are willing to take that risk enough with a person that
Mhm.
you are willing to give your everything and your all to that person.
Holy shit, dude! What I think of it is like it's like the new norm. It's like the new
Yeah.
norm. It's like the new norm is like, oh, bro, like for men is like, dude, if you have the high body count, you're a fucking pimp. You're a Chad. You're a big
That's no. That fucking pisses me off how it's like if you're a guy and you have a high body
body
count,
count.
oh dude, you're a fucking
You're a
pro,
Chad,
you're a
bro,
fucking
pro,
legend. And then
legend. As soon
as soon
as
as a
this,
woman
guess what?
has a high body count,
Yeah, it's like, bro, that's haram. That's like, no, that's not okay. That
like
will never be okay.
as soon as a woman has a high body count, they're seen as the complete opposite. They're seen as
Complete opposite. Yeah,
a one who sleeps around a slut or a
yeah.
whore, if you will. That's what the fuck is that?
Like
Like that is such sexist bullshit.
yeah, dude. I have
Like
the. It's just so dumb as well. It's not, and everybody talks about equality as well. It's so dumb.
Like, I'm sorry, can we just realize for a second that incels fucking exist and they can be like, oh yeah, I can fuck millions of bitches, but as soon as like the girl I'm trying to get with sleeps with more than two guys, she is a whore and I don't want to touch her. I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me, bro? What the fuck is that?
same fucking thing, dude. It's the same
What are you
thing,
talking about? Shut the fuck up, gun.
dude. Oh my god, dude. I mean,
You're
like
just a fucking hypocrite.
I think I do see what those incels like see.
Yeah.
Like, for example, because like we have this.
You can understand it from a point, but it's not your beliefs. You can
It's same.
understand
It's
it
not my
from their
beliefs.
standpoint, but it is not your beliefs.
Like this is their standpoint. Okay, I do have the stick. You have the hole.
Yeah.
You know, it feels like if if you get penetrated that hole, it feels like the hole is losing. See it?
Wh- and
I
at
think
least in my mind, I feel like what you're trying to say is that like the stick can't. Nothing happens to the stick, but the
yeah.
hole can be expanded. Is
Yeah.
what you're trying to say, and
Yes.
what
Yes.
I'm interpreting.
Yes. And they
Yes.
feel like, oh, I'm powered. I'm powered. Like it's
Yeah,
just
I feel like you have a valid point there, but at the same time, it's just like if it is inherently sexist if you view it
yeah. Yeah.
as
It
like
is. It is
completely different.
deeply
Like
sexist.
if like a guy sleeps with 10 girls, it's perfectly fine. But if a girl sleeps with 10 guys, or then it's viewed a completely different way. That is inherently sexist.
Mm-hmm.
But it is
Definitely.
completely fair from a standpoint of biology and bodily function
Mm-hmm.
that, if you fuck 10 girls, your dick isn't gonna change.
Mm-hmm.
If a girl fucks 10 guys, that will change a bit. That from a biology standpoint, that is completely correct.
Yeah.
But to view it from a perspective
But
of
definitely.
like, oh, that changes you as a person, you're a fucking
Yeah.
whore now.
Yeah.
That's completely sexist.
Ye-
That's completely sexist.
Yeah. That is.
From a biology standpoint, there is a difference, but mentally wise and how is it looked at socially and through society,
Mm-hmm.
that is sexist.
That is deeply like deeply fucking sexist of
Yeah.
how men well technically not you can't call really a man or a man like that, but I think incels. You think incels?
Yeah, have you ever been on the on like I don't know if you look at Reddit much. Like I don't look at it much myself, but like sometimes I'll get very bored and
Yeah.
I'll go and look at like like incels Reddit, and holy shit, it is just a fucking like it is a gold mine. Like if you're ever just bored and you want to have a good laugh at just like some
Wait,
serious
that
like
actually exists? Wait, that
yeah,
exists? Holy
if you're
fuck!
ever bored, if you're ever bored and you just want to have a good laugh
Holy
at
shit!
hypocritical bullshit, go and look at like incel Reddit. Holy shit, it is a gold mine because it's just full of ignorant fucking I don't want to say this to sound mean or anything, but it's just full of dudes
Yeah.
like just fucking like bottom of the barrel fucking dudes who
Oh
can't
my.
get any pussy and have zero fucking game, complaining about how they have zero fucking game and can't get any fucking pussy
Oh my
because
god.
they're like, oh, I'm a fucking nice guy. I'm the fucking nice guy. And meanwhile, they're just so like yeah, you might be a nice guy, but you're so fucking cringy about it that no chicks gonna want to get with you. They're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
hello, madam. Like I wouldn't mind playing games with you, but like, I don't blame you if you get in a relation if you get feelings from me because people do that so frequently. Fuck off. Fucking humble. First of all, fucking humble yourself. Fucking humble yourself. Realize that
Yeah.
you're not a fucking demigod. You're not a
Yeah.
fucking demigod. You're a dude.
Yeah.
You're a fucking dude,
Yeah.
just like the rest of us.
Hmm.
And you, at the end of the day, you want the same thing the rest of us want. You
Yeah.
want to, because like it's human, it's biology to want to
Hmm.
get with a woman,
Hmm.
to sleep with them, to reproduce. That
Hmm.
is human nature.
Hmm.
But it is completely different to want to get with somebody just to be with somebody. You want that emotional connection. There's human nature and there's mental nature. Mental nature, you want to be with somebody you can have that emotional connection with that you can't really have with anybody else.
Ooh. Oh wow.
And what they don't get is because dude, incel Reddit is so fucking interesting because they sit there and they think like, oh, okay, all women are the same. There's the fucking Stacys that are
Yeah.
just complete
Yeah.
sluts and dickheads.
Yeah.
There's the fucking Stacys. They only want the bad boys, the fucking jocks. And it's just,
Yeah.
fuck. If you want to be entertained for like a good fucking, like at least an hour, go check out incel Reddit. Holy
Bro,
shit,
I
it's the
did
fucking
it out.
gold mine.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of feel like I'm an incel now. What the fuck is happening? What the fuck is happening, dude? There are key points that I feel like I'm a fucking incel. Like what? Okay, okay. I'm gonna ask you this question.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
might
heavy.
you might hit me with some of it.
Yeah.
So can you describe what the fuck is an incel then? Like
Okay,
for you,
so
what is an incel?
in my opinion, at least, an incel is somebody who is very self-centered. They are only focusing on themselves and what they believe.
Okay, that's not
So
me.
say yeah, I know. So they're only focusing on on themselves and what they believe is to be true. So an incel is somebody or we'll say from a male standpoint, since we're both dudes on here,
Yeah.
we don't really have a perspective on the female standpoint. So we'll stick to the male standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
Um a male incel is somebody who only focuses on themselves and what they believe in.
Mm-hmm.
So a male incel is focused mainly on what who they are and how it affects the way they are able to get into relationships. So say like, I'm this nice guy and I'm, always nice to females, like I may be, fucking like ugly as shit and I don't work on myself at all. I don't take care of myself and there's no hygiene, there's no physical workout, there's no
Oh,
anything. I want
yikes.
that like it's like there's no physical like
Yeah.
I don't work on myself at all, but
Yeah.
women need to love me because I don't work on myself. There's
Oh
that
my god.
aspect
Okay, that's
where
an
they're like,
incel, yeah.
because from what I've seen and what I've learned about it is they don't care to work on themselves. It's the fact that to them this is I'm quoting them, Stacy's only care about people, the
Oh my
bad
god.
boys, aka the people who actually work on themselves
Work
and
on
take care
yourself.
of themselves.
Yeah, yeah.
They go for them. Surprise, surprise. They don't want to get with the
Yeah.
people who sit on their fucking computer chair all day
Hmm.
and don't work on themselves and
Hmm.
fucking sit there and just fucking gain weight and look like shit 24/7. Oh, really? Do you think you're the prime meat? You're the prime fucking meat of the pack? No, you're not the fucking prime meat of the pack. Jesus fucking
I mean,
Christ.
you may,
Like,
you
of
may,
course,
you may know things, right? But you are not doing it in action, right? Dude, like you keep saying, blabbering the shit out of the fucking, what you know. Like, can you work on yourself first before you say shit? Like, come on,
yeah,
bro. It's
yeah,
just, I've seen enough, dude. I've seen enough, like probably incels, like for a Filipino standpoint, like they would like, oh my god, this girl wouldn't like me. I'm out of this league. I'm out of the league. But I do get it that he likes this type of person who has this type. Dude, shut the fuck up. Just work on yourself and actually be better and see what's wrong with you and actually correct that than making it as a norm, right?
It's from a like it's just so fucking unbelievable how some people can just be like, I expect this out of life. Am I going to contribute to that? No, I'm not going to contribute to that. But I expect this completely out of life, even though it takes work from me. I'm not going to. Sorry, Bert. I'm not going to contribute to anything out of that part of life. I'm not going to, even though it needs my contribution, I expect this fully and completely out of life without putting any work towards it. That's like being like, I want to have a job that pays me. Do I want to do any of the work to be able to earn that money? No, I don't want to be able to do that work. Am I going to do that work? No, I'm not going to do that work to be able to earn the money. But I still want the money. Are you fucking stupid? You don't get anything out of this life. In the one life you live, you do not get anything out of this life unless you work for it. Unless you work for it, you are not getting anything out of this life.
Yeah.
That is the one thing in life that is set in stone besides breathing and eating, shitting, sleeping. You get what you work for.
Yes.
That is the
Facts.
one thing that is the one thing
Facts.
out of a few things in this life that is
Facts.
set in stone. You get what you work for.
Okay.
And a lot of people just expect a lot out of life that they feel like they deserve, even though they don't work for it.
Yeah.
And that in my mind is what incels are.
Holy shit, you are so correct, dude. Holy fuck, you have no idea how correct you are, dude. First of all,
You know what the sad part is? You know what the fucking sad part is?
Yeah.
Is that I can say that, but if an incel heard this, holy shit, they would be pissed. That's not what I am at all. You're so wrong.
You're so wrong, bro. I can't wait, bro.
You.
Dude, if we get fucking, did what I was okay. First of all, I was scared. I was like, I think I'm an incel, but when you said self-centered, okay, I'm not self-centered. I'm not selfish like that. Yeah, dude.
You thought you were an incel for about half a second,
Half
so I
a
started
second,
describing
I was like,
it,
yeah,
and then you were like,
started-
okay, never mind.
Never mind. I'm not self-centered as fuck. Nah, fuck that. I always care about everybody's opinion and listening to it, bro. Holy shit.
Yeah.
And then I realized, bro, incels kind of sound like they're like they sound like they want to be Sigma. You know?
Yeah.
Sigma,
They want to be that alpha Chad,
Alpha
Sigma
Chad,
fucking male.
dude.
But they want to be that alpha Chad Sigma male.
Without
but
the
fact
work,
that-
without the work.
Yeah, they want to be that alpha Chad Sigma male, but the fact that they have to like work out a little bit, start lifting some fucking weights, and actually do good at like make money.
Yeah.
Holy, that's just such an out of world
Yeah.
fucking concept. That's just an unearthly fucking concept for them. They're just like, oh no, I don't want to do that. Fuck that. I deserve to be that alpha Chad Sigma male. Fuck you.
I deserve
you.
that, bro. Only I wish if I had money, I'll be the most Sigma fucking male ever. And then plays fucking that music. Then. I was like, come on, bro. I mean, just look at yourself, man. You have no idea how many Filipino men thinks like that, bro. You have no idea, bro. If my brother is here, gonna tell you all of his knowledge, bro. Like there'll be like 18-year-old, 17-year-old things that are like very Sigma, but they're addicted to fucking porn and things like, oh, bro, I'm a man of culture. I'm the man of culture and shit. And they're like,
I don't get what some people's thought process is with like relationships and trying to get into relationships and stuff. Because my entire life, I have never sought out relationships. I've never chased after them. Like I've always wanted relationships. Have I chased after them? No, I haven't. My entire life, I have made friends and I would meet people,
Mhm.
and relationships would just happen.
Holy
There are
shit.
people I've had friends who actively seek out relationships
Oh
and
fuck.
try to get into relationships, and they are unsuccessful. Most 90% of the time, they're unsuccessful and don't get anywhere, and it makes them really sad. Meanwhile, in my case, where I just make friends
Mhm.
and meet people, I end
Yeah.
up in relationships, and it ends up in the end of the day, I become happy with another person,
Oh fuck.
and I don't seek that. I want that, but I don't seek that, and there's a lot of people who chase after something. Relationships are a finicky thing, so, like, in a lot of things in life, if you want a high-paying job, if you wanna make a lot of money, you
Yeah.
chase that, and you will
Yeah.
eventually get that. That is very
Mhm.
true. But with relationships, if you want an amazing relationship and you seek that and you chase that, it's very ass backwards with relationships, because if you seek that and you chase that, you are most likely going to end up with something very toxic.
Holy fuck. Bro,
If you let
I
nature if
yeah,
you let nature run its course and you let things just happen,
mhm.
you tend to find the happiest and most natural feeling relationships you will ever have in
Okay.
your life. That is how
Okay.
I've always rolled.
Okay. And it worked out fine. You're living with your girlfriend now, dude. Fuck. That's
Yeah, I mean, like, because I've had many relationships. Because, like, this is how I've always worked in life. I've had many relationships, and it's never been like I've had one traumatizing one, but that was there was a lot
mhm.
of baggage to that one. There's a lot more things. And, the only reason that one was traumatizing is because a lot more things happened
Yeah.
than, just, finding that relationship and just becoming, suddenly, oh, okay, cool, I'm in a relationship. There was a lot more to that. Um, but, like, even if that relationship that you don't seek out doesn't last, you will still most
Mhm.
likely 99.9% of the time have a great time in that fucking relationship. And even if it doesn't last, guess what? You didn't work to seek that out. It just happened. There's something so satisfying about just living your everyday fucking life and meeting people and like becoming friends with people, and suddenly you're in a relationship with somebody who you were friends with. I don't think
Mhm.
people realize, like, you can have a one night stand, but it is so much different if you even have a slight emotional connection with the person you end
Mhm.
up with.
Yeah.
One night,
Holy
it
fuck.
like, because
Holy.
like if you for reference, if you have sex with somebody
Yeah.
who you just met, you have zero emotional connection with, it is probably the most, like, the saddest excuse for sexual intercourse you will ever have in your fucking life. That is the saddest excuse for sexual intercourse you will ever have in your fucking life. But if you have an emotional bond with
Yeah.
somebody who you end up having sex with, it is 1,000 times different.
It is.
And
It
just
is.
1,000 fucking times different.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't get that. A lot of people just prefer sleeping around. They don't want to commit with somebody.
Yeah.
But
And feel
like
like, oh yeah, I made it. It's fine. It's okay. I mean, sleeping with
yeah,
anybody will
and
be
like in
okay.
my life, I've had many relationships and shit like that. And I've slept around,
Yeah,
but
definitely.
I've but like I feel like a man whore, but at the same time, I've only slept around with people I've had emotional connections with. So it in my mind, at least, it doesn't seem that bad, because at least it wasn't with random people. It was
Yeah.
people who I've made emotional connections with, who I was at least friends with beforehand.
Yeah, bro. I
So
I think I messed up for a little bit because like I do tend to like when I do tend to rush love, and I feel
yeah.
like that's like my worst part of it is
Mhm.
like I like somebody, right? I
Yeah.
rarely like somebody. Like I rarely like somebody, and I feel the vibe with. Like it's almost like a once a year. Like it is so hard for me to love, but yet again, if I'm in love, I rush things. I rush
Yeah.
things. For example, like my recent former girlfriend. Let's be elegant here. I like saying former girlfriend than rather than ex.
Yeah, we won't give any names out or anything. We'll just say former. We'll just say
For
former.
my former girlfriend. I was a bit out of rush. She actually expected to like what? It's just like a fling, a date or something. But
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was on a rush.
You were expecting a more a more long-term thing than she
Yeah.
was. She was
Yeah.
expecting a fling, she was expecting just a short-term little,
Yeah.
like a family get-together, and you were expecting,
Yeah.
like a family tree kinda thing. And, like, I'm not
Yes,
saying
yes.
you 2 starting a family, I'm saying just from, like,
That
l
standpoint, yeah.
yeah, from a metaphorical standpoint, she was expecting a family get-together, you were expecting the family
Yes,
tree.
yes, yes. I was expecting otherwise, but
Yeah.
that is the thing. I rush too much, and I feel like it just keeps firing back. It happened to me 3 times now. I rush too much, and it
That's
fires back. It hurt.
That's the thing I've noticed. If you seek out love, if you seek out relationships, so like you can like somebody for sure. But if you act on that, if you actively seek out to try to make what you feel a reality,
Mm-hmm.
then that's when you're met with disappointment.
Mm-hmm.
If you
Yeah.
realize, hey, I like this person, I don't know where it's gonna go, but I do like this person, but I'm just gonna roll with it. Like, at least from my experience, 90% of the time, you will be met with satisfaction.
Yeah.
90% of the time, you will be met with
Yeah.
satisfaction if you just roll with it. You don't actively seek it out. You don't hunt for that satisfaction.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't hunt for it, then it comes to you. If you're not chasing it down, it doesn't turn into something toxic. If you
Mm-hmm.
let it come to you, it can turn into something absolutely fucking beautiful.
Yeah, dude. Fuck. It came to me so many ways, and it hurts me because like I don't like I rush love like it's the fucking end of the world, man. It's just like,
Yeah.
God damn it, Claude, chill the fuck down. There's like so many time, but
Yeah.
I feel like I messed up in some certain aspects as well, and as a person, for me, because dude, I have zero experiences with shit, and when every time a girl feels like, oh, bro, you gotta man up and do certain things. Like, what I
Yeah.
expected from you is like, since you've been into like different relationships, hopefully you could guide me a little bit in this fucking relationship world. I'm ready to commit. I am loyal to you, but like, I do understand it's like it's a man's job to know things to do in a relationship, and I feel like I it's my mistake for not being that ready enough and just relying on somebody to be on that relationship.
You
And
know what the sad part is? The sad part is you can see it from that standpoint, and you can be very much like, like, I'm very chill, I
mm,
just I want this person's happiness
mm,
in a
mm,
relationship, but you can still meet a very toxic person who
mm,
doesn't see it on that same standpoint, and that relationship most likely will not last just because of that. But the best relationships tend to be the one the people who see you and view the relationship on a very similar standpoint,
mhm.
and the people who get it, the people who are on the same, like, say if you have a lot of trauma in your life and you're
Yeah,
very broken, the people who you are going to last with, and the people who are going to make the most sense to you and who are going to connect with you the most are the people who are either a little to more broken than you are, who have had the same amount of trauma, or say like little amount or more amount of trauma, at, at least basically s- uh, uh, equal to the amount of trauma you had. Those people are going to connect with you on more of an emotional level than people who haven't. And those people who have had similar, if not the same experiences that you have,
yeah,
are going to be able to have that same emotional connection you have. Like, say if you went through for example, say you went into the army, you had a bunch of PTSD from being in the army,
yeah,
and you finally meet the love of your life. And the reason the love of your life is because they have been in the army too, and they went through, horrible things, and you have that same kind of
yeah.
PTSD. Guess what? It's that same kind of
Hmm.
PTSD. So you were able to help guide each other through that. Like, you may have trouble guiding yourself through that PTSD, but typically how trauma works is you are able to help other people through the trauma you have
Hmm.
been through better than you are able to help yourself.
Hmm.
So you can guide somebody through trauma better than you can yourself. If there is somebody who is not like who is at least somewhat similar to the trauma
Yeah.
you've had, they will be able to help guide you through that better than you can yourself. So if there is somewhat similarity between you and a significant other with that trauma, you are able to guide each other through that. You're able to help each other. You're able to build a stronger emotional connection. Then that just all that does is strengthen the relationship and build you two up as better people and better people for each other. And you build that. You're not only building up the relationship, you're building up each other's mentality. You're building up each other's mental state.
Yeah. Holy shit. Wow, that's so fucking deep,
I mean,
bro.
there's a lot of people who would like say if you were perfectly fine, you have a great mental state, and you
Mm-hmm.
go into a relationship with somebody who has a horrible mental state, they're
Yeah.
extremely depressed,
Mm-hmm.
they're contemplating suicide every other day.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people who go into those relationships like,
Mm-hmm.
I want to fix this person.
Yeah,
No,
bro.
you are not going to be able to fix that person because if you don't have at least a little bit or the same amount of trauma they have, you cannot do anything to help them.
Bro,
You are not going to be able to do anything to help them, and all you're going to do is cause issues.
I feel like I'm the person.
I
I
mean,
feel
like,
like
end
I'm
end
the
of the
person, dude. I feel like I was mentally stable and like very like a clean fucking canvas with just splashes of paint. I feel like
yeah,
I can able to help, but
yeah,
but you were right. It just caused problems. It caused problems, trust issues, and
mhm,
things from the past they remembered. Like it's like slightly like PTSD type of things, and it feels like you cannot really fix anybody if you're even mentally stable. You do not. You have zero passes.
yeah,
Basically you're clean as fuck. You cannot fix a person.
yeah.
But I still do believe in second chances, and I feel like a fucking dumbass guy for believing in second chances because I am that person, and I do believe like people can change through emotional realization.
That that's a trust thing. Like me myself, I have trust issues, but then again, at the end of the day, I feel very confident in the people I surround myself with.
Mm-hmm.
So that confidence leads to trust. So even
Mm-hmm.
though I have trust issues, if somebody does something that I would see as a break of trust,
Mm-hmm.
I still believe in giving that person a second chance just because if I had the confidence enough to let you in that closely and give you that trust that
Mm-hmm.
I think you're okay and I think you're a good person, that you deserve that second chance, then of course I'm going to give you that confidence. I'm going to give you that trust.
Yeah.
Um, but end of the day, it's how you view it. Is this person worth a second chance? Is this person worth,
Mm-hmm.
me giving my trust to them once again? Because end of the day, it is your decision. This
Yeah.
person hurt me this much, but do I want to take the risk to potentially be hurt worse, if not like
Bro, I mean,
not hurt again?
except if you're getting cheated on, bro. Don't give a fucking cheater a
Oh
second
no, no.
chance, bro. Hell no, fuck that.
That is the one thing I will never
Never
ever be able.
excuse, bro.
Like I'm honestly, I believe I'm a very forgiving person.
Yes.
I am an extremely forgiving person. I will
Same
forgive
here.
you in most every standpoint in life, but
Yeah.
cheating is the one
Cheating,
thing
one
you
thing.
will never get a second chance
Bro,
on
that's
with
like
me.
literally fucking putting a fucking nuclear bomb to my fucking trust. It's
Like I
literally
like
just betraying. And it's
like
just
I'm a very trusting person, and
yeah.
if I'm willing to put all my trust and confidence into you, that
Yeah.
means from my standpoint,
Mhm.
I will never cheat on you. The most you will get out of me from like a
Yeah.
quote unquote cheating standpoint is me saying, "Hey, you know,
Mhm.
personally, I feel that this relationship's been going downhill for a while, and I've, been talking to
Yeah.
this other person. I'd like to continue things with this other person.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but like, I just wanted to
Yeah.
tell you that like this is the way I want to go with this.
Mhm.
That is the most that will happen.
Yeah.
That is the most, and that is the least that will happen. I
Yeah.
will give that communication to you,
Mhm.
but I don't understand how somebody could come from a standpoint of instead of growing the fucking pair nuts that you need to be able to go up to the person you've been with for months, who you've been building trust with for months, and just deciding, no, I'm gonna make them believe that I love them and would never do anything to hurt them. And meanwhile, I'm gonna go fuck this guy or fuck this girl
and then fucking
behind their back.
Oh my god! And the belief is like, oh, bro, I think this is just revenge. This is my revenge because I was cheated on my past relationship.
This is like either from a male or female standpoint, because I don't want this to sound sexist at all. Either from a male or female standpoint, they didn't make me dinner this night. I'm gonna go fuck this dude because they didn't do this.
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me? Like, I feel like the only people who cheat are the people who just can't fucking use their words. Communicate. Use your fucking words. Figure your shit out. Use your fucking words. Stop being a fucking pussy. Stop being a fucking pussy and use your fucking words.
Use your words. Communicate. Bro, communicate. Communication is key. Use your words. Stop giving fucking action. Stop making fucking stories, TikToks, or what the fuck ever it is. Communicate with your fucking partner. God damn it. And that will fix so much things. That will fix so much fucking things. Holy shit.
Oh, it's stupid.
I just got triggered for a second, but like I was fuck. God dang it.
Have you ever had a feargasm?
What the fuck is feargasm?
Okay, so a feargasm is where, say for reference, you're living with your family, and you're sitting there, you think it's a good time of the day or night to, start pleasuring yourself. And you start going at it, and you get to the climax where you're finally there, you're fucking about a climax, and you're about to have, the orgasm.
Yeah.
And then somebody opens your fucking door because you forgot to lock it. And you're right at having the orgasm. A feargasm is when somebody opens your door as you're having that orgasm, and immediately as you're having that fucking orgasm, as you're climaxing, you have the fear of God struck into you as you are climaxing. It is the most terrifyingly beautiful thing ever, because you are having that fucking orgasm as somebody opens the fucking door. And it was like, oh god, like, get the fuck out! As you're climaxing, and they walk in like, it's an absolute fucking carnival of chaos. It's beautiful. It's beautiful, really. You ever had a beer gas? I'm sorry. You ever had a beer gas?
What the fuck is feargasm?
You ever had a beer gas?
What the fuck is... Oh, shit. Fuck.
Oh my fucking god.
Bro, what the fuck?
I'm gonna take that as a no, because you seem just like it's a funny situation. I've had it
No.
twice, and both. You know what the sad part is? I've had it twice, and both times it was my mother.
Oh my god.
Oh my fucking god.
Bro, how did it happen? Can you share that?
Yeah. It was just like, so both times are pretty identical.
Yeah.
And you're just sitting there, you got your fucking phone, you're just sitting there, watching porn, just fucking going at it, and you're just fucking going at it, and then you finally reach the climax. You're just like, oh yeah, fucking money, fucking money shots going on screen. You're just like, fuck yeah, and you're sitting there, and then you're ready. You fucking reach the peak. You fucking reach the peak, and guess what? You hear the doorknob. You hear the doorknob jiggle a little bit, and you're just, right as like it's going up. Right, it's going down. There is no stopping this fucking train. This train is arriving to the fucking station, and everybody on board that train is coming off. Everybody on the train's getting the fuck off,
Yeah.
and there is nothing
Yeah.
you can do about it. The doorknob's fucking jiggling. You start having a fucking panic attack.
Yeah.
Fucking door starts slowly opening. Life is in slow motion. You have a solid minute of slow motion of everything going fucking down. Everything going downhill as everybody's getting off the train. And let's say metaphorically for a guy, the semen is leaving the station. And it's just not a fucking good time. Your fucking door opens, and you're sitting there. Everybody's leaving the station. Everybody's getting off the train.
Yeah.
Just coming out. Just coming out, and whoever the fuck's walking in, they just see you pitching a tent. Your dick up against the covers, pitching a little tent. And you're sitting there with the most terrified look they will ever see on your face.
Bro.
It's just a terrible time for both parties.
Oh my god, bro. Then what happened? And what the fuck happened?
It's just kind of like an awkward silence met with another door closing, and you get about 10 minutes to yourself. Maybe a day or two passes, and they're just like, and it's just another awkward conversation where it's just like,
Bruh.
yeah, sorry, I will, I'll try to be more mindful. I'll knock and then walk in. Like, that kind of pisses me off because, when I lived with my parents, thing they
Yeah.
would do is they would knock, give it like 3 knocks, and then open the door.
Yeah, you
They
don't say you.
wouldn't. They would give it 3 knocks and then open the door. They wouldn't knock
Yeah.
and then wait for an answer and then open the door. They would knock 3 times and then
Like-
open the door. Like that's any different from you just opening the fucking door. You give me 3 knocks. You give me fucking 0.5 seconds to react to your fucking knocks, and then you open the door.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Bullshit.
Complete bullshit. You're gonna sit there and you're gonna knock 3 fucking times and then fucking just, oh, hey, but I hope nothing's going on in here. No, fuck you. First of all, fuck you. You're an asshole. You're gonna sit there, you're gonna fucking knock. You're gonna wait for me to say it's okay for you to fucking come in, because guess what? Past the age of 13 for any gender, you wait for that fucking answer. You wait for that fucking answer. Because guess what? Anything less than the age of fucking 13, they probably at most have fucking Play-Doh in their fucking mouth. That is the most bad shit you will fucking see. Either they're cutting their own hair or they have fucking Play-Doh in their mouth. Past the age of 13, you don't want to see what's happening.
Yeah, teenagers are
you wait for
scary.
a fucking answer.
You wait for an answer. God dang it, bro. Holy
God.
shit. Holy shit, bro. Thank God you, bro. I mean, me realizing, right, you're the only dude in the family and you have like sister. Thank God that never actually happened to any. Your sister never walked into you. That's
yeah, it was just good old mom. Just good old mom, and I had a
mom.
blanket over me, so it was just kind of more like a she'd see, the blanket itself, but never what was under the blanket, luckily. But just the slight feargasms here and there, and that was about it.
Yeah. Yeah, man. That's actually. That's my first time hearing that, actually, and it feels like, wow. I'm just like laughing in a standpoint because like that actually might happen. Well, I think that happened to me. Well, never mind. It didn't. Never mind.
No,
no, it didn't happen. Yeah, it didn't happen.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of almost. I got away with it. I think I did got away with it.
There's some moments in your childhood where your parents walk in and you think you got away with it, but then you realize later in life, no, the fuck I didn't. They totally knew what was going on.
Oh, I think I had a Feargasm as well. Yeah, not gonna lie.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I feel like it was, but I think I got away with it though. But I feel like I didn't get away with it. It's just like, never mind.
No.
No, I think it's just I got away with it. Definitely. Like I was just too fast, like the Flash.
You're just in there, just like, no, mom, I'm just watching YouTube videos while everything else on my body is covered, and I just have the phone up.
Yeah, the thing is, as a kid, I used to walk around with breathes out. So it's like pretty normal. It's like, oh, you're in your
I
briefs.
mean, if your parents are used to seeing like most of your skin, then I feel like it's not weird.
Yeah.
I mean, like I feel like it was just easy for me to get caught most 90% of the time because like as a kid, I was a very chubby child. And so I wasn't comfortable with having I was more comfortable with having the most amount of clothing on as I
Yeah.
could just to
I
cover
see.
that
I see.
up.
I see.
And so
Mhm.
to see me, with limited amount of clothing on was a abnormality to them. So whenever shit happened where they would walk in, if they saw
Yeah.
me with any less clothing than what would they would usually expect, they would think something nefarious was going on.
Various. No way.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, no way you do use that word, bro. No way. But although technically, yeah, I used to walk around with just briefs outside. Holy shit! Up until I was 14, I did that. Holy fuck. Well, that was
Damn.
a weird era.
I feel like that should be surprising, but then again, the Philippines and America are very, very different in
Yeah, man.
social standpoints.
Yeah. I mean, I used to walk
And do,
around the house like
what do you think about that for the next topic? Which talk about some key differences between America and the Philippines.
I mean, we have the same thing now. I mean, you guys banned abortion.
Yeah, that pisses me off. It's just the fact that like, you know what's sad? If you have a house pet, and they are deemed too young or like not okay to be able to give birth
Yeah.
to a load of puppies or kittens or whatever the fuck the house pet is,
Yeah.
can have that house pet get an abortion. Women now have less rights than the common house pets.
Yeah, dude. I mean, welcome.
What
You're
kind of fucking bullshit is that? Are you
fucking
fucking kidding me?
bro. I understand, dude. And that's like, hey, welcome. It's like basically the Philippines now, dude.
Like,
Dude,
what kind
dude,
of
dude,
fucking horse shit is that?
my dad was like, bro, look at this news. They banned abortion in the U.S. Ha ha. I was like, Dad, you're too real. You're stuck in your fucking your religion beliefs so much, and not talking about like the scientific part of it or the society
Yeah.
version of it. It's quite sad, man. Women doesn't have
No, it's
rights anymore.
fucking it's sad as shit because literally the US was born on the Constitution. People signed a constitution
Yeah,
where amendments and rights were
yeah,
signed that were supposed to be the standpoint of the fucking US. And guess what one of those were? Ye- Guess what one of those were? Religion and government laws and everything
yeah,
having to do with the laws that were made in government, religion does not mix with that.
yeah,
You are not allowed to bring religion into creating laws and justifying acts of government. You are not allowed to fucking do that.
yeah.
And guess what? Guess what?
What they
This whole
did?
and guess what? And guess what? Like all this abortion shit is based off of the Bible.
The
Are you
Bible,
fucking kidding me?
bro. Yeah,
Like they're gonna sit here. They're gonna fucking sit here and justify that like they can't have abortions because it is not okay in the Bible to be able to do those things. And even
yeah,
though in the Constitution it is not okay for us to do this, in the Constitution, it's okay for us to, for everybody to have guns. We
yeah,
want to keep that one, but the other thing in the Constitution that
yeah,
prevents,
yeah.
us banning abortions, that thing doesn't matter.
Bro,
That
what,
that that,
bro?
that
What?
one's okay. That one doesn't matter. Are you fucking kidding me? What the fuck is that?
Bro, it's also so stupid.
Ugh.
It's like yeah, we're not gonna ban guns, but we're gonna ban abortion. So I mean, so you can have less
That
children to
just
shoot at. I'm like,
that
what?
just pisses me off. How can you regulate a woman's body before you regulate a firearm? Are you fuck?
Yeah,
Because personally, I'm all for. I like guns. I love fucking guns.
I like
I've
seeing
been
guns
to
though.
the I've been to shooting ranges more than I can fucking count. I love shooting guns. I love using guns. Guns are fucking great. Guns are great fun. I've grown up with first-person shooters. I've shot a lot of guns myself. Love guns. Guns are great. Do I believe they should be regulated?
Yes,
Yes.
yes, yes, I
Heavily.
do.
I believe there should be multiple fucking background checks, multiple fucking health checks to be able to own a fucking firearm, and even then, that should be if you are a parent, that should be kept in a fucking safe where only you and maybe a spouse
Yeah,
know the fucking code to be able to get into that safe to be
yeah,
able to get that gun, because if that
definitely.
child is getting bullied
Holy
at
shit.
school and they know how to
How do you
get
get the
that
gun?
fucking gun, they're gonna bring it to school and fucking shoot it up.
Yeah, that
Like,
is.
even though I love guns myself, I believe it should be regulated to a standpoint. I don't think they should ban guns outright. I do not believe that guns should be banned outright, because guess what? Even if you ban guns outright,
Mhm.
the people who want guns are going to get them
Yeah,
no matter what.
no
The
matter what.
people who
Yeah.
like, why do you think
Mhm.
the black market exists? Why do you
Yeah.
think the deep web market exists?
Yeah.
Because the people who want the things that are illegal find ways to get
Find a
them
way to get it.
no
Yeah.
matter what.
No matter what. No matter what. No one will stop them
I
basically.
So the most you can do is regulate how people have access to them. If you ban them outright, people
Mhm.
are still going to find the way to get them. So the most effective way to do anything is to regulate them. And the fact that we are regulating women's rights, who are women who, mind you, are just as
Mhm.
equal to men,
Yeah.
are getting regulated more than a physical object that can fucking kill people. They are getting regulated more than that object at the moment. Are you fucking serious? What kind of bullshit is that? I honestly hate the fucking country I'm living in right now. Have you ever heard anything bad about New Zealand? New Zealand is such a fucking
Yeah.
chill country that
Bro.
I'm honestly thinking, at this point, fuck the United States. I want to move to fucking New Zealand, get a little fucking nice cottage or something, and
Yeah.
live in New Zealand for the rest of my life. You never hear anything bad about New Zealand. Nobody wants to fucking go to war with New Zealand. They're such
Yeah.
a chill fucking country.
Yeah.
Everybody who grows up there is racism is a
Bro.
fucking joke to them
Yeah.
because everybody is equal there. New
Yeah.
Zealand is such a fucking chill country. Like, holy shit, if I had to fucking ditch the US, I'm going to fucking New Zealand. Holy shit.
Yeah, dude. I've heard as well that their prime minister is pretty chill. Like bro, the prime ministers go to houses, and I'm like, but she's like the prime minister. I was like, yeah,
Like,
that's supposed because it's a
literally,
public servant. Because you're a public servant, they're supposed to do that, not like worship a public servant, bro. Like people
literally
mistake that really.
New Zealand is like tropical peaceful, like
Yeah,
peaceful tropical rednecks.
yeah,
And that is what New Zealand are. Or sorry, not peaceful tropical rednecks.
yeah.
This is gonna sound bad. I feel like it's gonna sound like I'm bashing Australians. Australians do not bad, but New Zealand is like the peaceful tropical
Yeah,
version of Australians.
bro. I should
Because
ask like yeah,
I
man.
mean, like, to be fair, Australia was started by Europeans who wanted to send their biggest and baddest criminals to a different fucking continent, so they
Yeah,
weren't a harm to
yeah,
European citizens. That's where they sent their biggest and baddest, and then they just started a fucking whole new nation off of that. So
yeah,
that's pretty interesting. But the
yeah.
fact that like New Zealand is just like tropical, peaceful Australians is just is super cool, because they don't give a shit. They are the most, like, they don't fucking care. It's so fucking peaceful. Like, holy shit! If I had to fucking
Bro.
move to a different place, I'd go to fucking
Yeah,
New
I
Zealand.
do understand.
God.
I have one viewer who's from New Zealand, and it's they're pretty chill there. I mean, they're really chill. Nothing was really happening, so I do get it, bro. But in that standpoint, and it's peaceful. But in the same thing, I did not know Europeans put like the baddest people in on Australia. I didn't even know that. But I mean, Australia is doing fine now, I guess. I'm not gonna lie. Australia is doing gratefully. They have free healthcare for crying out loud, and that is cool with New Zealand as well. And Didn't even know. I thought US has free healthcare, but you need to actually pay for certain things, which is quite kind of scary because I might move there soon. Oh
Right.
fuck. I'm gonna pause right here.
Sorry, my girlfriend was trying to talk to me there for a second. But yeah, like no, I get that.
Yeah, I see it too, man. Fuck me. But now
But
it's
no, like there's a lot of bullshit going on in like the states. You know, everything happening. There's just a lot of fucking BS. I mean, there's like my for example, my girlfriend got pissed yesterday and today that there was protests
bro.
24th, the 24th, aka Friday, for us, that there was protests going on because I'm in a state. I'm not going to name the exact state. I'm in a state that is banning abortion. That they're okay with getting rid of abortion and shit like that. I'm in one of those states that's okay with that, and so there were a lot of protests going on in that state. And my girlfriend she didn't know about these protests, and so if she knew about them, she would have
Yeah,
gone to them. I would have gone to her
bullshit.
too. I would have gone to them too because it's fucking bullshit.
Yeah,
People like whether you're a woman or a man, you have a right to do what you want with your body.
body. Yeah.
This is America. Considering this is America, it is built on fucking freedom. And I'm sorry, but if you try to limit those freedoms, it's not fucking freedom.
Mm-hmm.
If there are limitations to that freedom, it is not freedom. Sure, there's bans on like illegal substances like certain like hard drugs and shit like that. But when it comes to doing things with your body, like getting rid of a baby you don't want in this world, whether it be a rape victim who doesn't want to have that baby, or you know, certain cases where
Yeah.
you wouldn't be able to take care of that baby, and you would put it in the adoption system, and it would be stuck in a fucking group home till it
Mm-hmm.
was like there's a chance that it's gonna be stuck in that group home till it's fucking 18 years old and it goes out into the real world with horrible experiences because it's stuck in a fucking group home till it was fucking 18 because the parents weren't able to take care of it. I'm sorry, but you have a fucking constitutional right to not put that child in this
Yeah.
fucking world
Yeah.
so it doesn't have to go through that.
Yeah.
That is your fucking right because it is your fucking body. You were giving birth to that fucking child. That is your right. That
Wait.
is your right
Wait. Aren't
to
we
be able
like?
to do that.
Aren't we like 8 billion people in the world now?
Yeah, something like that. Hold on. Give me
Yeah.
a second.
Yeah. I'll give you time. There's like 8 billion of fucking people in the world now, bro.
Sorry, there was I fucking I dropped a chip clip on the floor and he was playing with it and I didn't want him to fuck it up.
Yeah. I see
Anyways,
it.
but yeah,
No
like
worries.
that's your right. That is your right.
Mm-hmm.
That is your constitutional right to be able to do what you need to do to prevent human suffrage of another life. And they're counting that. It's like, oh, okay, well, that's a human being. You can't just get rid of that human being. That's murder.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what? You split an at okay, so if you're counting that as murder, then you should count nuclear bombs as fucking murder. You were
Murder.
splitting an atom to create an explosion. Guess what? You splitting that
Yeah.
atom. Oh, in their logic, them
Yeah.
splitting that atom,
Mm-hmm.
that's human life. That is life that they're splitting to make a nuclear explosion. Bull fucking shit. That thing is not sentient enough to have their own thoughts, to be able to move on their own free fucking
Yeah.
will. It is
Yeah.
not sentient enough to be able to do that until
Yes.
months into the fucking pregnancy. Bullshit, that is a human fucking life. That is nothing. And in my mind, at least, that is nothing until it
Yeah.
gets the fuck out of the human
Yeah.
body and it is able to thrive
Yeah.
on its own, to where
Yeah.
it doesn't need to
It's
be fucking
basically
babied.
the first month is the baby is literally nothing. It's just
The first month, I'm sorry, if you're able to put it in a spot and it will fucking die,
yeah.
if you were able to just set it down and do nothing with it for multiple days and it will fucking die,
Yeah.
that is when it is not considered human to me. If it is still if you sit in a spot and it is able to breathe
Yeah.
and it is able to think or like
Yeah.
whine that it needs food or it needs nurture,
Yeah.
if it's at that point, then it is considered human. If you take it out and you set it in a spot and it does nothing
Yeah.
but sit there and decompose and fucking die, it is not a fucking human. It has no intelligence. It doesn't know what it needs. It doesn't know what it wants. It is not a human fucking life.
Yeah. I mean, if
At
it's,
least in my opinion. I don't
I
care how
yeah,
I don't care how controversial it sounds.
yeah,
Like
but
that's not a human fucking life.
yeah, I do get it, and like I see the point. I see also this my point as well. Opinion is that if it's inside a fucking belly, that's not a that's
No.
like
If it is if it actively depends,
yeah.
I'm sorry, like because if you're gonna consider that as a human life,
Mm-hmm.
then why don't we give leeches rights? You know those little shit stains that like swim in fucking lakes and
Yeah.
like swampy ass fucking ponds and shit.
Yeah.
Those things that attach to you and suck the lifeblood off of you as soon as they're able to get a hold
Yeah.
of you. Leeches, why don't they have rights? They can only exist when they're able to feed off of other beings. Why don't they have rights? If it is inside of you and it depends on you to live,
Yeah.
that is not something that is independent and deserves its own right. It does not have its own intelligence. It thrives off of something else. It needs something else to live. Bull fucking shit. Bullshit. That deserves to have rights.
Yo.
Bullshit. Because if you consider that thing to have rights, then those leeches in those ponds, those things that suck on your fucking blood,
Yeah.
if you're gonna consider that those, pregnancy fucking babies, that those deserve rights, then those leeches need rights. And those cows who meat you want to feast on, those Tebow steaks you want to have, make sure you have that cow's consent. Make sure you have that cow's consent. I need a written signature from that fucking cow that it wants to let you eat it before you throw that bitch on the grill. That it's okay with it. Like holy fucking shit, their arguments are so fucking counterproductive.
Bro, I
It's
see you're
all
so fucking pissed. You're so pissed at a fucking abortion thingy,
it
bro.
makes me fucking angry because half the time it's from they're so fucking hypocritical and their
Yeah.
arguments make no fucking sense. Like
Yeah.
they come from a religious standpoint when religion and government shouldn't fucking exist.
I mean, this is
Shouldn't
gonna
fucking
be controversial, but religion was made for the weakened mind to, feel safe.
religion was I'm an atheist myself, so this is what I believe. If you believe otherwise, I'm not gonna hold it against
Yeah.
you. You are allowed to live your own life. I don't give a
Mhm.
shit. But in my mind, religion was made
Mhm.
to get money. Churches were made because some guy was just like, people are afraid of death.
Yeah.
What if I make them believe that there is something greater in life, that there is a heaven and a hell, and you need to believe in something, and also I will make this building where they will donate and I can get money.
Yeah, bro, dude, you sound exactly like me a few years ago, but dude, I was like, you know what? I give up on religion, but I'm just in my head. I believe on God itself, because like there is literally what spooked me a lot is that, did you know if even a decimal of a number in for example, if you put a decimal in the gravitational number, the
Yeah.
earth or universe will collapse. Like like how is that like perfectly stable?
I don't
Like
get
that is why there is a creator, but religion for me, no, that is just man-made bullshit, bro. I swear to God.
I don't understand how some people be like, "Oh, Earth was created perfectly for us. That's why it's so perfect. That's why life was able to be born. That's why
Yeah,
we're here." Are you fucking stupid? Keep in mind, we live in a universe where
yeah,
thousands and thousands, millions,
yeah,
sorry, no, not thousands, millions of fucking planets and galaxies and suns fucking exist.
yeah,
For example, video games, random number generators, RNG. There is a random chance for everything to happen.
yeah,
So You take the entire universe itself and the many galaxies there are. You don't think, say, there's like, for our type of planet, everything that is perfect to be able to produce life, for that chance of a planet to come along. And, it's not like we were just, the planet was just created and it was perfect. No, it started off as a fucking rock. Meteors crashed into it, whether it held water or earth or dirt, sustenance, whatever the fuck, crashed into it. Say like a meteor that had a lot of water and it crashed into the planet that adds water to the planet. Shit like that fucking happens. And considering how big the universe is, even if it's a 0.0000001 fucking percent chance, it's a very low fucking chance, considering how big the universe is, that is nothing. That is fucking nothing. Of course, that's going to happen at least once.
Yeah.
And it can happen in multiple different areas. The people who are religious believe that aliens don't fucking exist. Guess what? Are you, considering how big the universe is, you don't believe there's at least one other fucking planet that managed to get that fucking lucky, to get that amount of water, to get that amount of dirt, get that amount of life, that was able to be born on that fucking planet? You don't believe there's at least one other one that is galaxies and galaxies and galaxies away that doesn't fucking exist?
There's always a
Bullshit.
chance. There's always a chance. Like we don't see
We
it right
might
now. There is definitely, bro.
we might not be able to explore it because we can barely get to fucking Mars at the moment. I mean, like, we've been able to get to Mars, but it's only been a rover.
Yeah.
We haven't actually sent people to fucking Mars yet. But if we ever get to a point where we're able to go outside our own fucking galaxy, I guarantee you we can find a fucking galaxy that has sentient life on it.
Yeah.
Because it's not unlikely. There are it's RNG.
It's RNG,
It's
definitely.
it's literally, or like, it feels like such a fucking nerdy standpoint, but it's literally RNG. You don't know what's out there until you find it. It is random.
Yeah.
It is fucking random with how big the universe is. It is fucking random. So for you to think that everything was perfectly created for you and that we didn't evolve from fucking monkeys, you were just, oh, I'm here now. I was created. Fuck you. No, you weren't fucking created. Things evolved over time,
Yeah.
and you became what you are now.
I mean,
You became what you are now.
it's literally just like reactions to like scientific reactions type of stuff. I'm not a scientist or anything, but
Yeah.
I feel like it's just like a coincidence, or like the thing just like happens. Like
Yeah.
everything just happens for some fucking reason.
Yeah.
And up until this point, it's just really happens. But like
There's a reason for everything, but it's so weird because, like, from a observational standpoint, I feel like there is a reason for everything, but at the same time, saying there's a reason for everything seems very religious.
yeah.
But saying there's a reason for everything is also being very, very random.
Very
So
it feels like a simulation type of thing.
yeah. So saying there's a reason for everything is bullshit, but at the same time, it's not wrong. It is not wrong at all, considering how vast and big the universe is. Saying there's a reason for everything, it's technically not wrong because, with how big the universe is and how many things can happen, technically you're not wrong for saying that
Yeah,
there is a reason for everything,
definitely.
because everything can happen. Everything can happen. Everything has an equal chance of happening, and any line of something that could happen is guaranteed to happen. It has an
Yeah.
equal
What's
it
that?
has an equal and opposite chance to
Yeah.
happen.
What's that famous line? Every action every action has.
Every action has or every possibility has an equal and opposite reaction,
Yeah, yeah.
or
That
something.
that's that, that, that- that's
Some
it.
shit like that.
Yeah, some shit like that.
Every reaction has an equal and
What
opposite
reaction?
some
Yeah,
shit like
yeah,
that.
yeah. I remember that in elementary, bro. It
Yeah.
it tends to happen in reality, man. It really
Yeah.
does happen, positively or negatively, and it is what it is, I guess, man.
Yeah.
Like, but I'm not gonna lie though. I do feel like so you tell me everything that we are seeing right now is real. Like all of this. Like if you go out right now and look at nature, like look at that and like, so you're telling me we created Bluetooth out of this?
We created Bluetooth out of rocks and fucking
Yeah,
sticks.
yeah.
Yeah. I feel like I feel like with with how we've been able to advance, we've gotten very lucky, and in universal standards, we have gotten very lucky in the way we've been able to
Mm-hmm.
in the way we've been able to proceed with life. We have gotten very lucky.
Yeah.
We have gotten very lucky with the fact that we were able to be able to even make governments, to be able to strive and to be able to survive. We have gotten very fucking lucky. There are planets out there that are unlivable, and all they are gas planets or fucking
Yeah.
are completely made of lava and shit like that. We have gotten lucky enough to where we have a planet that has land, we have water, we have, a very capable atmosphere that we are currently damaging. But nonetheless, a very capable atmosphere that can hold oxygen and things that life need to be able to expand. We have gotten very lucky in the end.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that there's a lot of people who don't appreciate that, or a lot of people who, say, no, this was created perfectly for us. Fuck off. We've gotten lucky. We got lucky, and the fact that you think, no, this is created perfectly for us, so we can just fuck with it however we want, you're a fucking idiot. You're a fucking idiot. We need to be careful with what the luck we've got, because guess what? You can go to a casino and you can fucking roll on black as many
Oh.
times as you want. You can keep getting thousands of dollars. Guess what? You're gonna get that fucking. You're gonna get red, or you're gonna get fucking green
Mm-hmm.
eventually, and you're gonna lose.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking lose. You're gonna keep getting unlucky. Your luck's gonna fucking run out. Your
Yeah.
your luck's gonna run out no
Luck
matter
is a
what.
real thing. Definitely. Luck
Luck
is a real.
luck is a real fucking thing. Whether you believe it to be luck or karma, whatever the fuck you believe it to be, luck is a real fucking thing. And no
Mm.
matter what, the human race has
Even
gotten so
manifestation, bro. It's so real. Like
yeah.
you.
No matter what, the human race has gotten so fucking lucky with the way we've been able to
Mm-hmm.
go about shit. It has gotten so fucking lucky.
Mm-hmm.
Our luck is bound as even nowadays with how the government is going,
Mm-hmm.
it may not be universally impactful, it may not be galaxy wise
Yeah.
impactful, but to
Oh.
the fact that it's in fact affecting an entire continent, that is the beginning of something that is impactful. So it might not be something that affects the entire world impactful, but say something like from that, it's the butterfly effect. A butterfly, something happens to the butterfly effect goes on, and eventually the entire world gets nuked for some fucking reason, and that affects the entire fucking galaxy. Guess what? That eventually butterfly effect infects the entire fucking universe, and shit happens.
Yeah.
Shit fucking happens. Luck runs out eventually. You
Mm-hmm.
cannot depend on the fact that we are getting lucky and we can do whatever the fuck we want. No, the fuck we can't.
Mm-hmm.
We're not even able to fucking explore Mars yet. We've discovered planets that would be suitable for our type of life. We've
Yeah.
discovered planets that would be suitable for our type of life. We know where those planets are. We know how to get to them. Can we
Mm-hmm.
get to them yet? No, because we can't even get to Mars. So
Yeah.
why the fuck are we fucking up the planet so hard that we need to survive? Why the fuck are we fucking it up that hard when we can't even get to the other planets that are like us to be able to survive longer?
I feel like. I feel like, dude, fucking billionaires or the people, social leaks or the elite, just
Have you seen
fucking just gave up, dude.
have you seen on Netflix Love Sex and Robots, or Love Death and Robots, sorry.
Love Dead Robots. I haven't seen it yet, dude.
So
What is it?
so the only sequel they've done on that show. So what Love Death and Robots is, if you don't know, It is a animated series on Netflix
Yeah, I saw it. I saw the
where
trailers and shit.
yeah, it is an animated series on Netflix where they got a bunch of animators together and they were like, hey, create 10 to 20-minute stories of whatever the fuck you want. It just has to be animated and has to be based around the theme of love or death or
Boba.
robots.
Yeah.
It has to be one of those or some of those combined. It has to be either
I'm gonna watch it
or
after
some.
this podcast, dude. Definitely.
It's very good. I recommend you watch all of them. They'll have very different themes. They're all very good. But there are two. The only sequel
Mhm.
there is in Love, Death, and Robots from like the same animation studio are three robots. The very first episode of Love, Death, and Robots is an episode called Three Robots, and it goes through how society has collapsed and the human race deceased after like them causing themselves to go extinct, after causing all
Mhm.
replenishable substances to go extinct,
Yeah.
them all dying. It goes through that and them just exploring the human race after it's all extinct.
Mhm.
And then the season 3, which came out within the last year, another episode of that comes out and explores more of like the first one was more of how life ended,
Mhm.
and the second episode of that explores how of the class system, how each one of those were impacted. And so the people who wanted to like, fuck the government, I'm going to live on my own in the woods, how they died out, how the tech billionaires, how they died out, how the billionaires, how they wanted to go to different planets, and how instead of them spending money
Mhm.
to try to save the planet, they spent money on themselves to try to get to another planet to where they could still thrive. It's a very the three robot series where they're just exploring how humanity and its downfall
Mhm.
is very interesting to me because I feel it explores a lot of topics and concepts that people are afraid to touch. How people can be very selfish. Humanity is not only prospering but counteracting itself in a lot of ways. It explores that very deeply, and I find that very interesting.
Wow. Do
I find it very interesting.
I've I am yet to see it because like I am really highly interested in like how would it turn out? And that's actually a very
Yeah,
good show, man. That's a good recommendation from you. I
yeah.
would like to see like how does it really really affect us if it turns out we abuse what we have and make
Yeah.
it into like don't worry, the smart people of the world have a solution for this. But thinking it throughly, it might even happen sooner. Like even fucking scientists are freaking out in the news like a few
You
months ago. Like they're like,
there's
oh, we
there's
have 3 years left. I was like, oh shit, really?
there's
Uh,
funny episodes, there's philosophical episodes, there's creepy episodes, there's scary episodes, there's shit like that. But then there's certain ones like the three robots exploring the end of humanity that just
Yeah.
brings up a lot of topics in your mind, like holy shit, like this isn't the actual direction we're headed, where you think like, of course, like of course is the direction we're headed. If you watch those two episodes of those three
Mm-hmm.
robots exploring, the decline of humanity and how we ended, you can literally match up one to one. Of course, we're fucking going that way.
Yeah.
Of course, this is how it's gonna fucking end. Whether it be
Mm-hmm.
100, 200, 300, fucking 400 years from now, whether it even be fucking 20. Of course, we're fucking going that way with how everything's going in society, with how
Yeah.
everything is lining up to be. Of course, we're going that way. And unless change is made,
Mm-hmm.
you can perfectly go and watch those
Yeah.
two episodes and it makes sense.
Yeah,
And
man.
I don't, and you can tell the only way you can tell things are changing is if you go and watch those two episodes and you don't see how it lines up.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah.
can't see
Mm-hmm.
how it
Yeah.
lines
Yeah.
up if you can't
You're
see how
right.
it lines up,
Yeah.
that means it's not meant to be true. If you
Yeah.
can't see how it lines up. if you can see perfectly, okay, this makes sense. This makes
Yeah.
sense how this is the way we'd
Yeah,
be
it's
going.
lining up.
Then we're fucked.
Then we're fucked. I mean, I
Yeah.
guess in the next few years, man, we're gonna look back at this podcast we're doing and think
Yeah.
like, oh shit, we were right. or it could go the positive way.
Yeah.
Bro, 7. We're wrong. We were wrong as hell.
Yeah.
But we may never know the future. Nobody really expected the past few months or might come into true, like the recent news, abortion. And when it comes to relationship, ending it with love, dead robots. I mean, especially, dude, our podcast is literally love, dead robots.
Yeah.
If you go, we started with love, death,
Yeah.
abortion, and robots now. How we are probably fucked, or it's gonna be an interesting future. But in that
You
note,
can
man, I mean, it's I'm just speechless when it comes to that topic, man. It's just like
Yeah, no, I get that.
it's just so like you see it. It's like every day, every year, it's just like it's just getting closer to like the end of the world or something. You
Yeah.
kind of feel it, right? Like every time it's like, oh, it's a new year again. It's 2023. Wow, why do I feel like there's an expiration date for me?
An
Like,
expiration date for humanity.
yeah, it feels like that, man.
No, I get that.
Yeah.
Also, you can cut this. You can here. I'm gonna put a minute of silence here. Okay, you can cut this part out of the podcast, but in case, because I know you want to do the podcast and shit,
Hmm.
um, like
Yeah.
regularly. But if you, because I know constantly getting on topics and talking about shit can be hard on your own. If
Hmm.
this is ever something you want to be able to have a co-host for, I'm down to be able to have this something I do weekly and
Oh
just
yeah, man.
talk shit
Yeah,
for about like an hour, an hour and a half.
I was gonna ask you about this, man. I was like, if you want to do it, bro, with somebody
Yeah,
that
no,
would love.
I'd like honestly, I wouldn't mind having to be like a co-host of a show like every week at a certain time. I just sit down and I chat shit for an hour and a
Yeah,
half about
chat
some random
shit, dude.
bullshit
Yeah.
because I wouldn't fucking mind that at all. I have a lot of shit on my mind that I like to rant about. And
Hmm.
so like if you like I was saying like if this is something you want to do weekly and you want to co-host or something, I'd be totally down for that.
Bro, I'll be down too, man. I'll be down. That's why I did it today, man. And like I literally said, like, bro, I woke up late. I woke up so early, like 8:30 this morning, and
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm gonna sleep 5 more minutes. Woke up, it's
Yeah.
11. I was like,
All
fucking hell, bro. Fuck. I
right.
literally turned off my AC just to wake up, and I woke up, I was like 11. Screaming inside, you know me. But yeah, man. Okay, we're gonna cut now. We're gonna cut and go back. I'm gonna
Okay.
end. I'm gonna end it on love. I'm gonna
Mhm.
end it on love topics that I wrote. It's about like the things that I want to say on stream, like
Yeah.
should I like getting gifts back from your ex, even though it's like a past few months. It's like mostly related to me, bro. But
Okay.
it's like the things that my former ex like talk about as well, like following different women. That's the most bullshit thing ever, bro. And we're back. Dude, I just want to. We're ending this podcast with love because we basically talk about love, that robots. So ending it
Yes,
with
sir.
love. Going back to the relationship topics. What do you think? Before we end, what do you think of the? What do you think about getting gifts back? Because like everybody was like in my friend circle, there is a 50-50 standpoint. Because like, dude, I literally hasn't like not even 2 months in a relationship with this former girlfriend of mine.
Yeah.
Gave her headphones because I felt like, oh shit, probably she deserves it because
Yeah.
she saw me truly at that time and I felt really loved. So I gave her the headphones, and 50% of my friends said, bro, I'm gonna come with you and grab that headphones back. And the same thing, 50%. Oh, Claude, if it's a ring, you should get it back. But if it's not, then why would you get it back? I'm like, don't get it back. It's just gonna cause some problems. And I'm like, Okay, touche. I understand. I'm just not gonna get back. First of all, I don't really like getting like like refunding like the gifts like that I do. It's like it's a gift. I give it to you for for a love. Like I gave it to you like for I love you at that moment. So here's the gift. You know, it's the same way.
So
Same way with subbing or bits or things. Why would I receive it back? But all of this fucking friends gaslighting my back. I was like, bro, you should get it back. You should get it back. And made me like, oh shit, I should really grab it back. Or, but at this, my final answer is I'm not grabbing it back. It's just a gift. It's fine. It's fine.
yeah,
That moment, I loved her. So this is why I can give you the gift. But here's the one thing that I want to say a long time. Okay.
mhm, mhm.
But if your partner really feels like, bro, I don't deserve this fucking gift. I don't deserve this. I should really return this to him or her. I should really give it back. It depends on the person you gift back if they feel sympathy or something that is like that feeling that I need to give this back because like I'm in a
Yeah.
I'm in a new I'm in a new happy state of my life. Then this thing that is quite like probably expensive for him or quite memorable, I should give it back
Yeah.
and like and it in a good note. I would probably lovely to get it back without hesitation, and it's like probably an end chapter of that book, and it would be amazing. Well, but what's your thoughts, man?
So my thoughts on that honestly are if you are in a relationship and you get material objects that only mean something to you and that person, if you were to get material objects between you and that person, if things end, it is up to it is up to the gift receiver on how they want to go about the gift that they were given.
Yeah,
So
that's what I said.
say you got them a pair of boots.
Mm-hmm.
Say you got them a pair of boots, and then that relationship ends. It
Mm-hmm.
is up to them whether or not they want to wear those pair of boots again and not associate it with you,
Mm-hmm.
or they want to give those boots away or sell those boots.
Okay.
It is up to the gift receiver
Mm-hmm.
or the item receiver how they wish to go about the item they were given or the item that they have
Mm-hmm.
received,
Yeah.
how they want to go about how they deal with that item or how they, you know, plan on using that item in the future.
Okay.
It is completely up to them at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Which, like, I mean, in my point, I'm a very sentimental person. Like, if I have an
Yeah.
object that is very sentimental to me, I will keep it.
Yeah.
Um, but when it comes to relationships, if it is not a family item, if it is not something I was given to by family, I tend to get rid of it because in a relationship, with relationships with me, unless it was a relationship born from like if I was with this person since basically childbirth, if I was friends with somebody since kindergarten, we got into a relationship for a little bit and then got out of it, that is an item I would keep if
Yeah.
it was that long of a thing. But if it is just a relationship that lasted like a year or less,
Mm-hmm.
or maybe a little over a year, I'm not going to keep that thing. Unless it is something that I've been friends with
Mm.
since I was a little kid and had a relationship
Or
for a little bit, um,
do you
unless it is something like that,
or something?
then
Oh my god.
yeah, it's fine. He's chill. Um, unless it is something I have been, unless it's something that like in a friendship or relationship I've been with for a while that I have a complete emotional connection to, unless it's something like that, I'm gonna get rid of it. Say like a previous girlfriend that I've been with for a year and a half left a note for me. And it was a very nice note, or a very sentimental note, just a very nice writing to me.
Yeah.
Again, a new relationship, I'm getting rid of that note
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, dude, I do
because the
get it.
past is the past.
The past is the
The
past. You can't
past
do anything about it, bro. Can't do anything
the
about it.
past is forgotten yet remembered. The future is unknown, and the present is what you are currently living.
Yeah.
And what I'm currently living is not the relationship. that I used to be in.
Mm-hmm.
So, past is forgotten but remembered. That doesn't mean I need to keep the note. The note is
Yeah.
forgotten, but I do remember that it existed.
Yeah.
That is how I see it in my mind.
Yeah. I mean, dude, you can't really do anything with the past, you know. Literally,
Yeah.
it's the past of the past, man. What are you gonna do about it? Fucking be a little bitch and like gonna repeat it to endlessly to your partner and like, oh my god, you used to do this shit to her. I'm like, it's the past. I love
Yeah.
you right now. Crazy son of a bitch. Come on. Oh my god. It literally I did bro, it's just so dumb. It
Yeah.
is sometimes just dumb, so dumb.
Yeah.
Okay, but dude, other ending it with this one, social media when it
Social
comes to
media.
social media when it comes to relationship, man. Okay, one of the highlights of like one of the recent downfalls in my former relationship is that following different women,
So,
different people that I've followed, and I feel like trust issues were broken, and allegedly I have no respect for her for doing that. And to be
so
honest, for me, I lost so many connections. For
yeah.
example, like so many connections after unfollowing so many people, I literally forgot others because you know me, I have a goldfish brain, and
Yeah.
ADHD is very severe, kind of, and it just sucks ass, man.
I feel like personally, from a social media standpoint, it is completely in my mind, it is equal opportunity when it comes to everything in a relationship. So whether it be social media, if my girlfriend followed a dude
Yeah,
who actively posted kind of like lewd shit,
yeah,
and like she viewed it, that wouldn't bother me. The
yeah.
only time it would bother me if she was actively talking to said
Talking.
person. If she was
Yeah,
actively talking to said person
yeah,
and it was mildly suggestive about, what they were talking about. That is the only time it would bother me. If they were just if she was just following them,
yeah,
if she or he were just following them and just viewing their shit, that doesn't bother me because at the end of the day, I'm still with that person. I'm the
mm,
person who gets to
mm,
be with my partner in that relationship. Just because they're viewing them, that's like getting mad at your partner for watching a TV show. That is like getting mad at
yeah,
your partner
yeah,
for watching a fucking TV show. Are you serious? That is no fucking different from getting mad at your partner from watching a TV show.
yeah,
That's no fucking different.
yeah.
And like I don't fucking get that because like I know like if I was chilling in the bed with my girl and I'm just like if like she's on her phone for example and we're both looking at her phone, she's
Mm-hmm,
scrolling through Instagram, she comes across a post of a guy she follows
mm-hmm.
and it's just like him taking a photo of him at the gym, he's got his fucking like he's shirtless and shit like that. That's not gonna bother me.
That's not gonna bother me, bro. I'm beside you right now.
If she fucking swipes right and it goes through DMs and there's like an active chat between her and that guy, that would bother me.
Yeah,
But if it's just a fucking post or a story from that guy, that's not gonna fucking bother
yeah,
me.
yeah. Or
It is somebody you're following because A, you're interested in their life or what they're doing. It doesn't mean you're actively fucking communicating with them.
yeah, yeah.
There's a
There's a
big
line.
fucking difference.
Yeah,
There's a line, and if you don't cross that line, you're cool with me. If you
yeah.
cross that line, you're doing something wrong.
Yes, facts, dude.
Yeah,
Especially for me, man. You know me. I treat everybody in my whole streaming career as a fucking
yeah,
family. I treat
yeah,
everybody as like my fucking brother and sisters, and it just sucks to think that I like me unfollowing some of them. It's just like damn, it's like losing a brother or sister to me. Because you know they've watched me once, they've watched me interacted with me once, and you know the side that I don't show like
yeah,
don't show out of the camera. You know, like dude, streaming is literally my home. I could be myself when streaming because like I feel like I'm another person when it comes to like not streaming. I feel like I feel like a turtle basically. You know, it like outside when I like hide, like outside when I'm not in my shell, I'm like, I'm this dude. I'm basically Miguel. This is what I'm talking about earlier. I'm basically
Yeah.
like Miguel. Oh shit, I'm Miguel, dude. Probably the guy who plays basketball, who is very tall as fuck. But deep
Yeah.
inside, I am this Claude. Inside my shell, I'm Claude. I'm the a friendly guy, like who brings everybody up and who actually really good at English, maybe actually just decent in English, and
Yeah.
you know, I just really love connection with everybody all over the world. What I love to do, and just communicating
Yeah.
is what I love. And without the communication, I feel like I'm just Miguel again,
Yeah.
the guy who's alone most of the time, and it just
Dude,
really sucks, man. Really sucks. But
end of the day, and end of the day,
yeah.
you are who you set yourself up to be. So if you want to believe that you are somebody who has the confidence of a god or has the
Mm-hmm.
looks of a god, end of the day, you are who you set yourself up to be. So if at the end of the day you want to believe that you are some womanizing fucking dude who just gets all the bitches, guess what? End of the day, if you work on
Yeah.
that, that's who you're gonna fucking be. So if that's who you believe you are, that's how it's gonna fucking end up. It is all about, you know, how you believe yourself to be and and what you do to achieve who you want to become.
Oh, that's
So if you
amazing.
want to be a better person, if you fuck up and you want to be a better
Mhm.
person, if you work towards being that better person, guess what? With everything else in life, you work towards what you want to be or who you want to become or what you want to work towards in life, you're gonna
Mhm.
get it.
Mhm.
No matter what, that is how life works. If you have a goal and you work towards it, that's what you're gonna get.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yes. Honestly, that is. I am obviously honored and grateful for everything that is happening to me in my life. I still
Yeah.
can't believe. I feel like I'm scared that I might wake up in a simulation one day and like fuck. It was all a fucking dream. Losing all my fucking friends all over the world. My basically my second family. It fucking sucks.
Yeah.
But yeah, in that note, that'll be ending the Claude ones. I'm your host, Clodeie, and with maybe future co-host Seven is Garbage or Keenan. Yeah, dude, it's an honor to be with you, man. To do this podcast, and thank you for fucking carrying this shit, man. Holy shit, you have no idea how much you fucking carry this podcast, bro. I was watching my stuff. I was like, bro, all I fucking did was saying, yeah, no, yeah, no, 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 yeah, touche. I'm like,
Dude,
it's
yeah.
fucking funny.
Nah, dude. I mean, I have a lot of shit in my mind that I just like to ramble about. That's it.
Yeah, bro. We're gonna probably do this weekly or something. If I can pinpoint
But yeah, dude.
certain things, man.
Yeah.
Like honestly, this is more not scuffed. It's less scuffed now, but it's still
Yeah.
scuffed because there's literally no list. And I this is my second podcast. I'm doing this. Keenan, by the way, if you by the way, guys, if you're watching right now, if you haven't followed, please follow Seven Garbage and Twitch, YouTube. Please subscribe also YouTube, and that would mean a lot as well. Ending that
YouTube,
note,
YouTube is the main thing I want to get going. If you can, Seven is Garbage, YouTube,
mhm,
Seven is Garbage, Twitch, whatever one you want to go and support, I'm perfectly fine with. Patreon as well. All beautiful,
beautiful,
all amazing. I
amazing.
appreciate any of that.
Yeah. And then that note, guys, I appreciate y'all and boys and besties. See you around. Bye bye. Bye, dude.
Later.
Later.